How much does a construction site supervisor make? In this video, I'm going to give you a couple of tips for how you can make more money, give you an idea of how much money this position makes, and help you to shape a career path that will be absolutely remarkable so you can basically make your own way and go wherever you want. So if you're interested in that, please stay with us on this short video. Okay, everybody, I'm super excited about this. I love talking about this topic. So just one more time, I've done this in a couple of videos, but site manager can be a super or a PM in Europe and in other places of the world. Superintendent is the main title for somebody who supervises in North America and especially in the United States and Canada. A site supervisor can also mean a foreman or lead type position that literally supervises the control of the site. So it would be impossible for me to give you one standard. Like just joking around with you, like in the United States, we use the imperial feet and inches system, and in most of the rest of the world, they use metric, right? There is no standard system. One other fun just example is like everybody in the world uses WhatsApp, but not in the United States, right? Like we're so stubborn about these things. Did you know that the United States is legally a metric nation, but we just refuse to go to that and start using that as a field of measurement? So when you're talking about United States, Europe, Canada, Mexico, Asia, like there are no like hard and fast rules. So when you type in this cue or this prompt inside YouTube or Google search, you're going to pull up this video and you're like, Jason, I just want the numbers. Let me give you some parameters here, but most importantly, tell you what I think you really want to know, which is how do you improve? How do you understand the current position that you're in and where do you want to go? So let me just say this one more time. Site manager could mean different things. Here's what I want you to do. In your local region, do a little bit of research to understand where the site manager is in the hierarchy. Let me go ahead and just point to this. If you're talking about the difference between laborers in Arizona and in California or Washington, like you're looking at like double the salary, but it's also more expensive to live on the West Coast. So huge variations here. So please do your own research. But when you're looking at the worker level to lead level, then to foreman, and this is where site supervisor can come into play, right? And then into like assistant superintendent, project manager, oh my gosh, this is so good. The site supervisor range anywhere in between. And I did research for this video, and the actual average salary on the low point for a site supervisor in the United States is $22 to $32 an hour. And in, like for instance, the United Kingdom is around 19 to 25 pounds per hour. That, to me, that feels on the low end, just so you know. Like if I'm in Arizona, which is only one part of the world, if I have a really competent either laborer or carpenter or just general awesome human that is a craft position that will help me supervise the site or supervise the crew, I don't have any issue paying anywhere between 30 and 35, and if they're really like top notch, $40 an hour. Okay, I just want you to know that for me. Please research it in your area, but here's the perspective that I want you to have, please, is that if you are leading a crew or helping to stabilize a project site as a supervisor in any realm, that is a kickoff point to go make more and more money and to get more and more promotions. And please don't get stuck. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is what I want you to make sure you're careful about. I remember Jerry Morganson used to be the chairman and CEO of Hensel Phelps. When I flew to Greeley, Colorado and went to one of the field and office guide seminars, he says, don't get too good and indispensable at something to where you get stuck. This is my fear for you. If that's in the lower end, which I'm talking about right now, and somebody's like, oh my gosh, so-and-so is just such a great site supervisor, they lead this crew or they stabilize the site so well, and they're attempting to keep you there, right? The answer is no. Like you can stay there for a while if you want, but then you need to, and that leads me to another, actually I'll just go there right now. If you really want to start to progress, here's what I recommend, and this works every single time. Start reading books. How to Win Friends and Influence People, right out of the bat, right? Elevating Construction Superintendents. That sounds arrogant for me to recommend one of my own books, but I wrote that for you. And both of those, actually, it starts to reference other books that will start to lead you down this awesome path. One a week, or at least one every 2 weeks, or at least one every month. Start reading books. Then start going to training, certification, certifications. You start to go to like a position-specific training, union training, whatever the training is, go get your training. Oh, the reason I say this is so good is because I'm like, is what I'm saying valuable? And then when my brain realizes and answers me back that it is, I'm like, yes, like I get to share this. Go start volunteering for more things. Go volunteer to run a coordination meeting. Go volunteer to put together a 3-week schedule. Go volunteer, learn, volunteer, learn, volunteer, learn, volunteer, learn. Don't ever settle. Be humble, which means you're willing to dig in and do anything that's moral and legal. Hungry, which means that you're wanting to go to the next step. And smart, which means you're smart with people. And I just have to recommend that book. That is in the book, The Ideal Team Player by Patrick Lencioni. So that's question number 1. There's another question that we got, which is how much would an entry-level person in these positions make versus somebody that has progressed and has about 10 years experience? I'm going to say that if you're literally still in a craft position, it can be 150% or it can be double. Like the person with 10 years experience can make double what the entry level pay by hour or if its salary is. And again, I just have to say, unless you start to really follow the advice that I gave you and read the book, The Ideal Team Player, and start to implement some of these habits and volunteering for more and more and more. I'll just tell you, for me, I started out in the industry making $14 to $22 an hour. And then as a field engineer, when I started volunteering for more and finally got that opportunity, I was making like $62,000 a year. Then by the time I'm working as an assistant superintendent, it's $95. Then as a lead superintendent, it's $130. Then general, it's $160. Then in the director positions, it's anywhere from $200 to $350 total package. So like if you compare, you know, like $60,000 a year compared to $350,000 a year later down the road, and then it keeps continuing to go up from there depending on what kind of positions you have in the company. Like you can make quite a bit of money, and I would recommend deciding, do I want to stay here and be the best, or do I want to accelerate in different positions? A third question is it worth pursuing certifications to increase your salary? I'm not even going to talk about it. Yes, 100%. Go, go, go. The world will, I guess I will talk about it. The world will pay you in direct proportion to your implemented training. Notice I didn't say training. There are lots of people that say, you know, they have all the little certification credentials behind their name, which is fine. I think that's super awesome. And that matters if they've implemented it. If they haven't implemented it, then it doesn't matter. So the world will pay you in direct proportion to your implemented training. And then the last question is our bonus. Oh, by the way, these questions have specifically come from the audience on the YouTube channel, so that's why I'm answering these questions from around the world, actually. So these are the 4 that I really wanted to cover. The last one that I wanted to cover here is overtime typical for supervisory positions or bonuses typical? If you're in the craft world, overtime is very likely and very common, especially for supervisors. As soon as you switch into salary, overtime goes away, and that's when bonus structures start to come around. So that's the reality there. But here's the bottom line. I am excited about this because you can be like, okay, there's the salary. Oh, let me do some research here. And oh, here's a pattern for me to accelerate. And I just have to say one more time, the ideal team player, and start volunteering for more and more and more. And flex those hungry muscles and start to add more value. Oh, this is so good. I'll close this video with this one bit of advice. Add value, add value, add value. Everywhere. Work, marriage, life, friendships, and you will be fine and you will progress everywhere. I will turn this into a blog post down below and invite you to reach out to me if you ever have questions or need more advice. On we go.